Live from the Talking Joe studios, it's Talking Joe.
Talking Joe is on the air.
Hey, it's me, Mark, and welcome once again to Talking Joe, the G.I. Joe Comics podcast. Now, today we've got a special episode because we are talking to none other than the artist of the latest issue of G.I. Joe from the Energon Universe, the artist of issue number 12, Marco Fodera. But I will not be talking to him alone. As always, I will be joined by my co-host. It's a real American Tim. It's Tim Finn.
Hello, Mark, and hello, listeners and viewers. I am holding this issue of G.I. Joe. Our guest did not draw the cover, so the image that you're seeing right now is by another fine artist. But let's waste no more time. Mark, let's bring in our guest.
Hello. Welcome, Marco.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm so happy to be here. You, for me, look like a family because I follow your channel since two months ago when you decided to write to me. And then I saw several videos about my colleagues, Italians and Americans.
Well, that's great. Thank you for the support, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Marco, oftentimes we start with two questions. So I'm in Boston on the East Coast, and Mark is on the South Coast of England. Marco, where are you right now?
I am in Italy, obviously, and I live in Latina. Latina is nearby Rome, 43 miles from Rome, 70 kilometers. I don't know. And it's I live here, I work here. Is Latina is a strange history, or better, is uncomfortable history because the first name was Littoria. Littoria was founded by Mussolini. So it's a fascist. It was born in a fascist period in Italy.
And the second question we often start with is, what is behind you? And can you tell us about your room, where you are physically right now?
Okay, I'm in my studio. I have the studio in my house, obviously. And this is my old drawing when I was young, when I started to do this job. There I was, and I was 21 years old when I did this. I did it in a studio when I worked for Sergio Bonelli Editore. I started my career there, and there are some models of pistols, different period of the history of the weapons. I love I love weapons. I love rifles. I love pistols because, but I don't use it just for. I love the object. Okay, no, not the use of the object. The object.
Can they come off of the mount, or are they stuck to the wall?
Oh, wow.
Marco is grabbing a very small. Okay, so
it's not one by one. It's a little bit smaller.
Okay,
but it works.
Oh,
fancy.
If you want, I can show you a Winchester from the old Wild West and a Colt 45.
Cool.
I love the
fantastic.
And then I use it for my comics books. I use it.
Are you still with the Bonelli studio? Are you independent? We don't know a lot about how comics in Italy, or it may be in mainland Europe, works compared to American
Okay,
comics?
allora, I work for Sergio Bonelli since when I was 23. Now I have 52. So I worked the largest part of my career with Sergio Bonelli, but we are free. I don't know which word.
Freelance.
Yeah, freelance, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Freelances. So I work. I can work with other publisher around the world. Uh, so the last 3 or 4 years, I worked with American, with before Skybound, I worked with a magnetic press, and I did the fog with the Sumerian comics and a little bit other stuff. But with Skybound is the most important thing I did for the United States.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm transfixed by the tiny little the guns behind you. I'd be I'd be fidgeting with
Okay.
That's fantastic. So I guess the place to start where we would normally start, we talk about your origin story for G.I. Joe and for art. So let's start with G.I. Joe. When was the first time that you heard of G.I. Joe? Was it something that featured in your childhood, or is it brand new to you?
Okay, I know G.I. Joe since when I was a child, but I am Transformers team. I watched the cartoon. I know G.I. Joe, but I didn't follow the cartoon when I was young. I didn't follow it. I followed Transformers and Mask, Mask. Mask.
Oh.
They are the vehicles with the transformation mask. Okay.
Mask.
Yes. But G.I. Joe, I started to know them thanks to this job because I didn't know the lore of this franchise. But now, following your live your show and the help with my editor Bena Bernardi, I started to understand and this universe for me is new. I liked a lot. I liked a lot.
Fantastic, and it's in terms of drawing G.I. Joe, it seems like it's probably working to some of your strengths in terms of action, adventure, military, weapons.
Okay.
The franchise is new, but some of these concepts have featured in your career.
The concept is classic. I love the action movies. I watched the movie of G.I. Joe when at the cinema. The first one I liked a lot. The second one is a little bit smaller, a little bit a little less good. And the third one, I didn't like the spin-off, Snake Eye. I
Snake
did like
Eyes.
a lot.
Marco, if you're an animation fan because you watched Transformers when you were young, we recommend the animated G.I. Joe movie
Okay.
from 1987. I think you can watch it on YouTube. It's pretty crazy, but it's great.
Okay, thank you. Because G.I. Joe has a lot of character, so I know the main characters like Duke, Snake Eye, or the blonde girl. No, it's the red girl.
Scarlet.
Scarlet. Okay. So. The rest of the team I didn't know, but I learned I improve my knowledge.
Well, one of the fun aspects of the cartoon from the 1980s is every year there were new episodes, there are new characters, and fewer of the older characters, because the main point of the cartoon was to advertise the toys.
Okay.
So by the time you're watching episodes in 1986, the 1983 characters are not there, not even in the background.
Okay.
So Mark had referred to the beginnings of your art career. Can you talk about drawing, learning to draw, reading comics, learning to draw comics? Did you go to school?
Okay, I did from 14 to 19. I did the School of Art generic, is a liceo artistico statale, is a not is a school of art generic, not specific. Then I finished that school 5 years. I started to go to a private school like Kubert School in Rome. It's called Scuola Romana dei Fumetti. It's a specific school of comics.
You said like the Kubert School.
It's a sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, like specialist, like so it's
yeah,
fumetti
Fumetti
is comics, yeah.
Okay. And then I did 2 years. At the end of the second year, I started to work directly with Sergio Bonelli. So because one of my teacher there took me in his studio to work with him. I started working on Magic Wind. It is edited in the United States too, many years ago. No? It's Magico Vento in Italian. Magic Wind is a horror western, a sort of mystic horror western. I started with that character, Magico Vento, and I worked in the studio with my teacher for a year and a half. Then I come back to my house, and because the studio, we are in 3 people in the studio, we separated from the studio. Each one went to home, and I started to work alone directly with my publisher, because at the time I didn't sign my pages. My name wasn't in the comic book, on the Magic Wind. Then I started directly with the publisher. I signed the art. I made several comics, because I in the industry since 35 years, more or less. So I think I'm the oldest comic book artist, Italian comic book artist in G.I. Joe, because Marco Ferrari is younger. Milana could be my son.
It could be my son.
Very young.
That first year and a half when you were working in the studio with your teacher, were you penciling and someone else was inking? Were you only drawing backgrounds? What was the division of labor?
Okay, I did the pencil, just the pencil for the page. Then my teacher, me, and the other artists sent the original pages to the inker, who live in Savona, nearby Genoa. I don't know. Is far from Rome. So we are in the studio. We were all pencilers, and the inker was from Savona. So the finished work went to the publisher. Then that's all.
Was it the inker who was signing his name?
Yes.
So the work sort of belonged to him. It looked like his work.
Yes, yes. He normalize the different styles of us. He with his ink, he transforms all in a unique style. So we the reader can't see the difference from page by page. Okay, he normalizes everything.
It makes sense. Can
Which
you
makes,
talk maybe
which
about?
makes me wonder, how many assistants did you have on this issue of G.I. Joe?
No, I work alone. Okay, I do pencil, ink, and sometimes I put on gray tones on the pages, but not in this case. This issue, I didn't have time to add the gray tones. The gray tones I added with the iPad. The iPad Pro I used for the gray tones, not on the page on paper.
Okay.
So can you maybe talk about the broad sweep of your career in Italy before you started doing the American comics? So what were the main sort of titles that you've been working on in the last close to 30 years?
I worked on so many Italian characters, science fiction, western, police procedural. But my main character probably is Martin Mister. He's an American character who lives in New York, and he's a sort of Indiana Jones, a sort of.
Adventurer. An adventurer.
Yeah, adventure. This was my last Italian character for Sergio Bonelli. Then I, in the same time, in the last 3 years, I started to work with Magnetic Press and Sumerian Comics. With G.I. Joe, I started a few months ago because Bena Bernati found my art on my socials on
Okay.
X. Okay.
So Ben Abernathy found you online,
Yeah.
liked what he was seeing, and reached out to you to see if you'd be interested in working for Skybounds. Fantastic.
I found his private message on Twitter. He wrote to me because he saw a page I did with the old Batman, Adam West Batman, okay, with Columbo, Lieutenant Columbo. I love Peter Falk. I mash up the two characters, the two detectives in a page. He saw that page and contacted me.
I've seen a lot of artists draw TV characters from the 60s and 70s, like Green Hornet and Kato, Batman and Robin, Wonder Woman. I don't know that I've seen any comics artists draw Peter Falk as Columbo, so you might be the first.
That page liked a lot because many viewers saw the pages, and also Bena Bernati he wrote to me for that page. He saw that page and decided to wrote to me. I couldn't believe it because it was it's midnight, past midnight. I was in my bed in Italian, in Italy. So he wrote to me. I jump off my bed and I ran to the computer. I started and I wrote to him because he wanted to see other stuff to present to Skybound. He contacted me last year. Okay, is 1 year and a half, maybe May, could be May 2024. He contacted me because he wanted to draw draw the horror comic book Creepshow. Okay, do you know?
Creepshow.
Okay,
Oh.
he contacted me to write to draw a story of Creepshow.
Okay.
But I at the end he couldn't give me the work because all the slots are full, so he couldn't give me the job. So many months passed, and this May, June, he contacted me through my email. Said me, Marco, do you want to try to draw a GI Joe story? That's the start.
Amazing.
How long did you have to draw this issue? It's 20 pages.
20 pages, yes. At the beginning, he said me, you have 5 weeks to draw this story. But there are problems with the script of Joshua. So I had to start 1 week later. So I had 4 weeks to draw this story. Before that, I did 2 covers for Skybound. I really started with 2 covers of G.I. Joe. That's unpublished yet. Then
Yeah, I saw.
They saw my covers, then decide to give me the story. Is a test pages the covers.
Right.
Because this image that I've just put on screen, this is the first one that I saw from you. Was this just trying out an idea? What would it feel like to draw these characters?
This
one was
an
for
exercise. An exercise.
an exercise.
I did at the time. I don't like it anymore because my drawing get older for me every day. So I don't like this issue the Jeju. I don't like.
But you're drawing issue 18, right?
Yeah. I should.
I think the internet knows that you're drawing issue 18, even if Skybound hasn't said so directly, because I
don't know. I don't know if it's official news. I don't know.
I'm looking at a website, leagueofcomicgeeks.com, which shows the cover to issue 18, which is drawn by Tom Riley, but it has your name at the top on the cover, just like this one.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Wow!
I didn't see it until 5 minutes before this episode. So, hey, Mark, we've got a scoop for G.I. Joe fans and for Marco.
I knew I had to draw the 18, the number 18, but I didn't know.
Yeah, the cover has been revealed, and the credits are on the top of the cover, but there's not been a big announcement that actually Marco is the artist. So it's for keen-eyed people who have spotted that there's slightly different credits on the cover. And yeah, so you've also shared the work in progress that you had for your cover that hasn't been printed yet, and it's fun to see on your.
I did four covers. Okay, two are these. There are two kind of this cover: the regular and the damage cover. It's the same cover, but I modify digitally because they are publishing two versions of the same cover: the normal cover and the damaged cover. But this cover, I drew another version with action, the same characters but more action. They choose that one.
Okay.
So this is an exercise at the end.
Okay, this one's not going to actually be a cover. It's only exists on our screens.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Marco, if you had 4 weeks to pencil and ink 20 pages.
Yes.
How does that compare to a job for an Italian publisher?
It is a different approach because in Italian we have several months to draw a story, but every story in Italy with Sergio Bonelli is 80-90 pages. So
an album
in one shot. Okay?
An album.
Yes.
Right, or the French term bande dessinée.
So a bit like something like this with a
no. Okay.
Aha.
This is
Here we go.
This is not my comic book.
Can you hold that? Can you hold that closer? Can you hold that closer to the camera? Martin Misteri. Okay. And how many pages is this book?
It is 1904.
Okay. And how long did you have to draw that?
They give me more or less 8 months.
Okay.
8 months. But someone needs too much time to draw it. I'm a really bit. I'm faster. I'm faster as a artist. So I can draw 20 pages in a month in 4 weeks. But many artists can't do it. They can't work for American publisher because of it. Because in America we have to stay close to the deadlines are very, very hard. In Italy it's slower.
The book you just held up,
Okay.
did you letter that?
No.
On the insides? You're not the letterer?
No, the letter is another.
Okay. Okay.
There are different persons who work with this comic book.
Right.
Like in America, there's a letter. There's in Italy we don't have the separation from pencil to inker. Normally, the artists do all the job, inker and pencil and inker. Usually,
and I've been sort of following you on your social media and seeing all of your posts sort of in the run up to this issue coming out, and sort of two things struck me. One is that you're very passionate about comics. You're always posting art of your favorite American artists, in particular, like Jim Lee and Art Adams, like Goran Parlov. You know, very diverse, all sorts of amazing artists. So it's clear that you're very passionate about art and artists. And then the second thing that struck me was in terms of sharing your processes. I guess how much attention you must be paying to doing that and being very methodical about wanting to make sure it's just right, and we can see it from some of the pages that you shared, those process steps.
Yes.
And maybe you can sort of walk us through your process on a page like this, or actually. This page is a great example because it looked like you spent a lot of time trying to figure out this opening double splash of
Yes.
the jail.
It's the original.
Here we go. Let me there we go.
Is 2 sheets of paper with this one.
Yeah,
2 sheets
two
of paper.
sheets taped together.
Then I scan the originals and finish the inker with my Procreate. No, excuse me, Clip Studio. I use Clip Studio Paint to finish the work, and because I can do faster, and because my eyes is not so good on the paper no more. I need 2 pair of glasses to draw, because I can see many things. But with the Clip Studio, I can zoom and cure the details. I love to cure the details, to be precise in every image I draw. I use Photoshop when I scan the page. Then I make adjustments for the Clip Studio, and then I work on Clip Studio to finish all the work. And so I'd like to add the gray tones, as I said, but this time I couldn't do it because the time is too short. I had to run very quickly to send the pages to the colorist, because the colorist needs the pages in time to do his job.
I think it's a relatively unusual approach, because like on those pages we were seeing, you were sort of penciling traditionally on a board with a pencil, and it's quite tight. It's very close to final pencils, and then it's either inks or finishes on the iPad, moving to digital. So it's sort of scanning that in and then doing the finishes in digital. As you say, you can zoom in. You've got an undo button, so there's all sorts of tools in there that you can't have in the traditional sense.
Okay, I can correct my mistakes, because when I worked on paper, I used to use the patch. With the a paper with the glow on the side. The patch, I attach the patch on the original page, and I redraw the piece of the drawing. Now with digital, it's more easier to correct the mistakes. So for me, it's better. And yes.
Marco, when you started drawing this issue, did you draw this the way you normally draw comics?
Yeah.
Do you have an approach in terms of inking or style, sort of proportions? Do you draw a Western comic differently than a mystery comic, than an action comic? Did you draw this any differently than you might have drawn another story because you were coming into a series that other artists had drawn? Did you change your style at all, or your approach?
No, I don't change my style, but not totally change my style. At the moment I working with a French project too, and in that case I have to be more nearby the old artists who started before me. The other artists did the first tome, the first volume, and I'm drawing the second one. And they asked me to be similar to the first, and then I try to imitate or mimic the style of the first tone, but you can see my style anyway. So in this case, Ben didn't tell me anything because he loves how I draw comics. And he said me, draw, just draw. I show them to Ben and Joshua the layouts, okay, the pages, the layouts. They watched and it gave me the suggestions about my pages, but they correct a little bit some particular part of the drawing. If there is something is not so good, they give me the suggestion to do better. So I corrected the art when it is necessary. And in this story, I changed a couple of things about the script. I asked the permission to Joshua. I asked to him, I think this scene could be better in this way. And he said yes. So one time he said no. This time, no, but just one time.
Okay, what was the one time? We have to know.
Okay.
What was the thing that you
It
changed?
also was the scene of the I can say the spoilers.
Yep.
The page where the bulky woman gets shot. Yeah, the bulky woman gets shot in the head. So in that scene, I changed the one panel. I showed I showed the woman falling on her on her skin or on her back. Okay, I showed the bullet on his brain, and then he fell down. Joshua said me, no, don't show this moment. So I couldn't show her death. I don't know if she is dead. Maybe he is a survivor.
Yeah, it's maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Maybe the writer doesn't know yet.
Sometimes less is more.
This would not be the first time that an artist drawing a G.I. Joe comic book showed a character harming or killing someone in a direct way, and the writer or editor or publisher said, no, show the moment before or after, or show someone reacting, or draw it in silhouette, or black it out and we'll just have a sound effect. And it generally is because the publisher is thinking about what Hasbro, the toy company, wants for this brand, and that something that is that much action might be too much action, might be too violent.
Okay, because in the cover you show on live, I draw Baroness with the rifle in front of the raider. Okay, Bena Bernati said me, no, the Baroness can't point her gun in front of the raider. So I have to
Oh, right.
lower the gun.
That one.
There
Uh-huh.
is a version, the pencil version. She point on us.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I see.
This Marco, this is not a new rule for Hasbro. This is an old rule for Hasbro and GI Joe, and it may have been relaxed at some points, but this has been a rule in the past about pointing a weapon directly at the reader in a GI Joe comic book.
In Disney too, because a colleague said me he worked on Star Wars franchise, and in Star Wars there is the same rule. The characters don't point the weapons to the reader. Never.
Now I bet if you're drawing Pirates of the Caribbean or Peter Pan, I bet you can have Captain Jack Sparrow or Captain Hook pointing their sword. This is just a guess, because that's not as fraught. That's not as sort of spicy as a weapon. When did you draw this issue? What was that 4 weeks?
I started August the 1st, the 4th, and finished the September the 3rd.
Wow.
Okay. So September, all right. So September 3rd, and this issue was released to stores
The 15th of October.
October 15th.
15th.
All right. So that's 6 weeks later. So 6 weeks to be colored.
Yes.
Although maybe your early pages were already being colored.
Okay. I upload the pages one by one during the work on their servers. So they send the page to the colorist, and he works behind me, next to me. Okay, I finish, he starts. I finish, he starts.
Staggered.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
But very, very close. My work with the colorist work, very close.
And what was the second part of the idea that you had to change the story, to change the script?
Okay. Joshua said, okay, this time, yes. Is the scene where shooter opened her hand with a little piece of metal.
Metal. Mm-hmm.
The last two panels were different because the click was in the last panel. So he take the little piece of metal, and then in the last she make she opened the door. I inverted this scene because I prefer to show the click in the panel, and at the same time she has taken the door. So I prefer to invert this little situation, but it is not important for the story. It's a detail I prefer to change. He said yes, okay. In this time, okay.
And the metal in this story, do you know where it came from, or is it just a mystery? Is there a clue where the metal came from? The pick?
I read some review, and someone said the same thing. Where she take this piece of metal, I don't know. It's a part of the magic of the comics.
Yeah. I think it's because it's such a familiar piece of storytelling that someone is in a prison, they sneak a bit of metal, and it's shown very obviously that happens, and then they use it to escape. I think the explanation here is that she's had it for a long time and she could have escaped at any moment, but she's choosing this moment.
I think she took this piece of metal during the punch time. I think when she meets the Lord of Darkle.
Yeah.
I think
The punch
it's
time.
I suppose that's the moment she took this piece of metal. I don't know.
And Darklon was a fun character to see as well, because this is the first time that we've seen him in this universe wearing this mask. And it was interesting again to see your process that you shared, because it looked like you were going maybe a bit closer to the toy initially, with the new classified toy with the spikes on his helmet, and that's kind of your process piece to draw him, but the helmet ended up being a bit different, a bit more rounded.
Yes, because Bella Bernati sent me the toy, the pics of the toy, and sent me this is the Lord of Darkle. So I replicate the toys, but he said to me, no, the mask is different, because in the comic book, he sent me the one single frame of a comic where we see the new mask. So this is new. I digitally changed the mask. The body is the same, but the mask is different. The uniform is the same, and I changed it digitally. Then he said, "Yes, that's what this is what we want." Just this particular page he sent me to show me the new look of the mask. Okay, the toy mask. It wasn't good. I don't know.
Listeners, if you're hearing this and not seeing this, Mark just put on screen a page from the end of the Destro miniseries, where Destro has the mask and it's been heated up in a fire, and then sort of off panel, it presses it against his cousin's face.
Yes,
and that's the same mask that we actually see in the book. So that consistency, which is something I would not have caught myself.
that is the original.
Okay, let's zoom in.
Oh, so once again, pencils on paper, inked digitally.
The line is inked.
Okay.
The line.
Pencils and inks.
With the inks, with the blacks, with the special effect digitally.
Okay, so the dry brush and the more ink tones digitally.
Yes. I add lines on the because I use for on the paper 0.05 is a little bit
right.
Is 0.1.
Marco, we're gonna run out of time in a minute, and I'm gonna say something rather than ask a question, because I'm sure it's a question you can't answer. So rather than ask it as a question, I'll phrase it as a statement. Considering that you liked Transformers as a kid, you draw professionally, and you have worked for Skybound, I hope if you want to draw Transformers, you get the opportunity to.
Thank you, because I did some Transformers illustrations. I showed it to Ben, but for now I still draw G.I. Joe. It's okay. I like G.I. Joe. For me, it's okay. But it could be fun for me to draw Transformers too.
And I saw some Battle Beast on Instagram as well. So it was
Yeah.
again, that one was for fun, but maybe a cover in the future.
Yes, I draw everything. I draw every character, every character, or every comic book. I draw superheroes. I draw GI Joe. I draw Transformers and others, and the Columbo, Lieutenant Columbo.
Which is a good prompt that if you're not yet following Marco on X or Facebook or Instagram, then do seek him out on X. It's Marco Fodera, one word. Instagram, marco.fodera 1973. A little clue possibly to to your age.
Marco, have you attended conventions recently? Will you be attending any conventions this year?
No, this year no. Ben invited me on New York Comic Con,
Oh,
but I didn't come because it's too short the time to from Europe. It's difficult to create the ESTA, the permission to go on United States. The last time I visited the United States is 2016, 10 years ago.
okay.
The last time. The first and last time, New York. So I hope next year I could came in America. I'd like to and visit your shop. You have
I do.
in Boston, right?
Yes,
Boston?
yes.
Okay. Maybe.
Please, thank you.
4 hours to the travel. 4 hours
Yes,
on the train.
from New York, right.
From New York. Okay.
If you take a car, it might be longer if you hit traffic. If you take a train, it's about 4 hours.
Okay.
That's possibly a good segue to as we wrap up to remind people where they can find Tim when he's not talking to illustrious Italian artists. Tim,
Video essays, youtube.com/@AtomicAbe. My comic book store is Hub Comics. That's in Somerville, Massachusetts. And I write about G.I. Joe at my blog, arealamericanbook.com.
very good. And of course, if you're new to Talking Joe, talkingjoe.co.uk is the website that we can be found and point you in the directions of all of those places online. And very much enjoyed issue number 12, Marco. It was a delight. Your art style is definitely different to the other two artists that have been drawing G.I. Joe for the Energon Universe, but it fits in nicely into the array of different styles that we're seeing. So I'm definitely already looking forward to the next time that you return, which, as we know, will be with number 18. Hooray, Yojo!
I start this issue next week.
Oh.
I don't have the script already. I don't know. Ben sent me something, some information, and then next week I will know what I have to draw.
All right. So I think we've got 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 by Tom Riley for this twice every month run, and then issue 18 from Marco Fodera.
Is another not spin-off. It's a singular issue, I think.
Well, a one shot, a self-contained issue.
Yeah, a Night Force issue again. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. I'd like to draw a mini series in maybe 6 numbers, like Scarlet. I'd like to draw a mini series.
Don't tell us. Tell Ben. Because we're not sure Ben watches the show, so he might not get the message today.
Oh, I hope he don't see it because my English is so bad, so rusty. So sorry for my bad English. Next time I could be better.
It's been great. Thank you,
perfect.
Marco.
Yeah. Va bene.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marco. It's been a delight. And Tim, before we go, is there anything that you want to remind us and the listeners?
There is Nobody Beats Talking Joe, an international podcast. Crack.
Latest.